Hi, my name is Megan, and this is my crib. Only not really. This is actually Asgard. My friends and I built it up in the sky because we wanted a sky fortress. This is bitchin' fireplace. For a minute there, that block right there, that was set as my home. So there are at least 2 occasions on which I teleported into the fire and promptly died, usually because I ran out here and fell off the edge. But one night, I was standing out here admiring the stars as you do when you have a giant sky palace, and I looked down and I saw something that I sort of liked. It was my garden, only it was much smaller than this, and I had the brilliant idea, well, what if I surrounded Asgard with gardens? And because I have literally nothing else to do with my free time, I went ahead and did that, and I have reached the point where this is beyond helpful and is just madness, because we only have 3 people in our village, and we're so far past, the food that we need to survive. I could probably feed the entire Minecraft world at this point. Anyway, this is the view from the ground. That's my barricaded house. I used to have a moat, but it got in the way of my gardening. Now, this is where we get in. All the way back here in this corner. This was my very first garden, and it's just where you see all the weed is, that was my garden. All this was the latest addition. But I started here and I was like, well, I'm tired of, oh fuck you, I'm gonna die. But I was over here and I was like, well, I'm bored. I'd mined a lot earlier, and I decided to go ahead and do more. And then I went over here and planted a bunch of potatoes by my friend's house. And then I was like, well, that's still not enough. So let's just go absolutely batshit crazy. That was when I cleared this part out. And it was much, much smaller than it is now, obviously. And I was there and I was like, well, now that I've reached capacity, I think I'll stop. And then 10 minutes later, I was bored again. So I was like, okay, let's tear down this hill over here. And you can tell there was a hill here because all those trees used to be resting on it. It took me about half an hour and a bunch of diamond. But I did it. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, here I have all this stuff. It took me about a day of gardening to fill it, because as of this morning it was just this. None of this stuff over here. But then this morning, I was a little pissed off about something, so I was rage gardening, and then I decided I should link all my farms. There used to be a hill here, as you can tell. I haven't cut this one down all the way yet, but that's my next project when I get really bored. And I cut all this out, and it took half an hour, and by the time I was done, I had so many vegetables that I filled it in about 5 minutes. And there's all this. Yeah, it's really fucking crazy. Oh shit. I'm not very good at the urban planning aspect of gardening. Man, these are my melons. I'm pretty excited to see how overrun with vegetables and weed I'm going to be once everything grows in, because I'm waiting. I'm waiting until it's all mature, and I'm just going to go batshit, and until then I basically have nothing else to do. Who knows, someday I do intend for this all to be knocked out. I've already got the outline. I'm going to have another farm over here, and then who knows, maybe I'll just make more. I'll make sky farms, I'll make something. I don't know, the madness has set in. Yeah, so that was my farm, my insanity. I have nothing better to do with my life right now, guys.